Hello, my name is Joshua Haydon. I am a student at Southwestern College. This is my mastery project for class CPT 422, Hypertext Markup Language Programming. This project we were assigned was to build a website that had an index page and 5 web pages. I am going to demonstrate kind of what I did for this project, and hopefully you guys enjoy. I did not have a real good idea to kind of make something up as my baseline for this project. So I decided my index page was just going to be an overview of actually what the assignment is. So this is my index page. What you can see here, I have the Southwestern logo, and actually you can actually click on that logo and it will take you to the Southwestern College website. I have my heading here, kind of describing the project there and my name. Right here is my links to my 5 web pages that I built on this website. And we're hosting this website on GitHub, so you guys can publicly view this. And then I kind of just took exactly word for word what was in the assignment document. Kind of a description of the course, and then what was due in week 5 for this course. Here's the types of web pages they wanted us to build for this project, and I have links to all my web pages that I associated with what was assigned. This link will actually pull up a copy of the assignment document that we've been using in our course. So I added that to my GitHub file structure for you guys' ease of grabbing that document and reviewing it for yourself, besides looking at the HTML. If you wanted to view it actually has all 6 weeks of the assignments. So yeah, that's kind of what I had in the body there. And then in my footer, I had my just another description there, the copyright date. And what I also included at the bottom here was links to my social media pages. I did use another style sheet. So that will take you to my Facebook page. This will take you to my LinkedIn. If you are a Snapchat user, you can add me on Snapchat. And then you can also view my Instagram. And I actually I wanted to make my web page very, very simple. And I wanted it to look like all the web pages, just were a part of the same website. So this styling you see here with this header, the body, and the footer is the same on every web page that I created. Now the body is where the header and the footers are exactly the same. I left them, I did not modify them from page to page. So there's some good consistency there. The body is where each web page's unique content is different. And I'll show that off here in a little bit. If you want to view my style sheet that I used, I actually pulled it up right here. Pretty simple overall. I got my HTML tag there. This took me a while to find. This really helps out with window sizing and making my site the text look really, really good, whether you're looking at it from a laptop, a tablet, a cell phone. As you can see, if I shrink this down, you'll see the text is responsive. If you get down to about what a cell phone would look like, it's still easy to read. The links are easily clickable. They kind of enlarge. And I'll show that off on each web page. You see how it kind of shrinks down. Some of the things shrink down, but my text stays large. It was very helpful. And I was struggling with that because I would look at the site on my cell phone, and the text would become really small. My hyperlinks were hard to click on a cell phone. And then I figured out, like, after doing some research, that styling, which I believe is an HTML5 enhancement, really helps out. Yeah, my body, some basic styling there. The global container, which you'll see the majority of the body piece, not the header or the footer. Got my branding. So this is where you get the individual sections that we created: the header, footer, and then some styling for my individual sections. Right here, this helps with my videos, making them dynamically able to, my embedded videos, to make them better viewable on cell phones. So they shrink down and they fit inside the window. Took me a while to figure that out. Yeah, let's get it. Let's dig in here. I'll start with my home. So my home will always take me back to my index page. As you can see, it's the same web page here. My About Me. As you can see, when I jump to About Me, header stays exactly the same. Maybe not the best way to design a website, because it's hard to tell which web page you might be on besides looking at the body of it. If you all use the header, but it's just the way I decided to design this for this project. But you got my About Me, and this is just a little tidbit about myself and my family, some pictures. This was my text dash terms page. A lot of text in here. Simple styling with that simple HTML that I used. The header, the heading tags, and the paragraph tags. Again, the images are all responsive. So you get down to a cell phone, and the text is responsive too. It stays large so you can read it, and the images get smaller so you can see it on a cell phone. They don't look huge. As your window size gets bigger, they get larger. That's really, really cool. On my home build tab, which was my web page for my images, I actually did some cool stuff here. I found a website that would assist me in taking. I already had a photo album of a home build that we did for me and my wife back in 2016. It was on my Google Drive, and I found a website that would take those images, compile them into a slideshow using some JavaScript. We can view some of that. Let's view page source here. So on this website, I actually have a lot of code here. So when you get down to this div class, you see this line right here. This is the JavaScript I was using. I didn't write it. I'm obviously referencing somebody else's script that they wrote on my own web page. But it worked really well. That script turns all these image links right here into a clickable through slideshow. So I got a lot of images. I think I had like 300 images that I put together. And then I also added we took a time lapse. We made a time lapse video of our home build, and I actually hadn't even looked at it until I remembered while I was trying to design a web page for my images. I thought, it would be cool to add a video of that time lapse that we built. And so I went and got the old card, the SD card that had been sitting in a desk for the last 3 years, and pulled the images off and created a YouTube video and embedded that into this. So that was kind of cool seeing for the first time. Let's go back to the web page here. So this is the slideshow here, and you can click on that, and you can click through some of the images here. Some of the house plans. This was just an entire. There's the yard staked out. This was just our entire home build. Just took a lot of pictures during it just to have record, historical record, kind of an idea of where things are at behind the walls was kind of our idea when we were taking all these pictures, so we could, for future projects, we would know where things were kind of located. But yeah, very very fun process. Me and my wife had a good time, and we still live in that home, and we love it. This was the time lapse video that I uploaded to YouTube and then embedded into this web page. Again, it's all responsive using that video wrapper styling. So it's about 7 minutes long. It didn't. I set up the camera so far away. It's kind of hard to see on a smaller screen. But as we skip through here, you can kind of start to see the house going up, and I think I had set it up to take a picture every 10 minutes from dusk to dawn or something like that. See the house going up there. Got some buffering issues here. But as we look at this and I start to shrink this thing down, you can see how the video and also the slideshow is responsive. Again, harder to see the video because it's so far away on a cell phone, but you can always go to the link on YouTube and expand that video to your full cell phone screen size and look at the house a little bit easier. And then some simple headers and text that I had added there. Didn't put a lot of content into that, into the web page, just kind of wanted to show off some of the pictures and stuff like that. This family videos web page I created, this was for my multimedia page. And I put a lot of videos out here. Earlier this year, I had some free time, so I went and a lot of my extended family, they gave me a bunch of VHS tapes that I had converted to digital, and then I uploaded them to YouTube so that all of my family members can watch at their leisure. And that's what this is. I had already uploaded all of these home movies for my family and my extended family to YouTube. So I decided to put a kind of a one-stop shop for my family to go to. They can actually go to my webpage now and watch these videos I've embedded into this webpage. Some pretty old ones. Our oldest video we uploaded here was a news story on Channel 12 here in Wichita, Kansas, from 1985. That's my uncle right there, my grandma, and a lot of my family really enjoyed watching these videos. Again, they're responsive to window size. We can click through them. How are you doing? They all work, and you can go through others, and you can expand the window there, shrink it down. Pretty easy getting the embedded text. YouTube really makes it pretty simple. You can go to your YouTube video, right click on it, and right there you can copy the HTML embedded video text. The hard part was figuring out how to make it responsive. And once I figured that out, it was real simple at that point. If we look at the page source, let's look at this page source. Let me show you some of that. Yeah. So you see, I put all my videos in the div class video wrapper. I was able to grab the embedded code from my YouTube videos individually. That's what you see here. Then I put them in a video wrapper, and this video wrapper on my CSS is what makes them responsive. Actually, let's go to my CSS page. That section of the, yeah, right here, the video wrapper. And it's that 100% right there, which is really cool. So that's what makes it dynamic. It basically, whatever, it's a super simple way of, it's just going to make the video, the size of the screen that's looking at it from a percentage perspective. And you don't have to put like hard pixel numbers and stuff like that there, because that's not dynamic. All right, let's go back to the web page here. Again, you see my footer is the same. I got my Facebook and Instagram and social media links there. My header is the exact same. I liked having my header the same because I can click back and forth all my web pages, from every web page back to the index page. Let's go to my favorite websites page. So this was just a real quick threw together for my links page assignment. These are just websites that I use daily almost. Very popular websites that I visit on a daily basis. I just threw them together in a really easy, quick, clickable. We can go through all of these. But right now, I use Mint. I don't know if anyone's familiar with this website. It's a free website, and you can minding, if you don't mind security, you're worrying about your security with your finance stuff. I've been using Mint for the last, I would say 7 years, I think, as long as I've been using it. And it basically is a great free website. It will actually, you can connect all your finance transaction, credit card websites in together. It pulls in all your data into one central place, so you can really track where your money's going, where your money's at, all your loans, all your finances. You can create goals, budgets. Really great website to use. Again, I've been using it for 7 years. I haven't had a security compromise yet from it. It's really nice. It's by the same company that owns TurboTax. So they're associated with each other. I use TurboTax to do my taxes. I have pretty simple, income taxes right now. So yeah, go back here. Oh, let me go back to my webpage. So I kind of categorize these by where they kind of fit. So financial, I got my Mint there, and for school, I got Southwestern, got their website. I got Blackboard. We're using a lot right now. There's my current and old classes I've been enrolled in. Brightwheel. This is a pretty cool website that my kids' daycare uses to check them in and to kind of track their day-to-day stuff that they're doing. Gmail. I use, for school, work, for everything. And Office 365. I've been using that since my work is actually transitioning to it uses Office 365 now, our version of it, and then our school email is on Office 365, so I started using that a little bit more. Netflix, watch a lot of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, ESPN, Disney Plus. The Mandalorian just came out on Disney Plus, so I'm excited to watch that. I didn't get to watch that episode yesterday. Social media, I already showed you these links. Down here, one thing I forgot to mention, you see the styling here? Instead of having the links in this sort of, format, very basic, hyper HTML. Let me do the source on this. Let me show you this. So your very, very basic HTML link right there. What we did for the footer, I like those kind of, styled, little quick symbols that we all recognize and say, oh, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's LinkedIn. And what we did, well, how I got that was from this class here. So if we go back to my CSS page, I pulled those from, I don't remember where that was. Oh, you know what? I know where it was. It's in my header. It's not there. Let's go. If we look at my header on one of my web pages, right here. So I actually am utilizing a separate style sheet from this website to actually style those social media icons. And I kind of was searching around. I wanted to look, I was looking for a way to do that, and I came across this on some forum. So it was a pretty cool way of someone had already done a lot of the work and was willing to share it. But yeah, I'm using multiple style sheets. I'm using the one I created, which is there, and then this one for those Facebook icons or those social media icons. All right, let's go back up here. So there's my favorite websites, and then my fire pit build website was just a project that I did this summer, some of my free time. Um, this was the web page I used for my user designed assignment. And all I kind of did here was a picture of what I did in my backyard. You can see there's my German Shepherd and my kids' swing set. And what I did was this rock surround built the fire pit blocks and put that little brick border around there. Turned out really, really nice. The weeds stayed down too all summer. Didn't really have a problem with weeds. We use it a lot. Got my well right here and a little firewood holder. Made this easier to mow around too. I was having a lot. Reason why I decided to put the rocks around here because kind of a low spot in the yard, was having a lot of issues with grass growing around here. So I wanted to keep the mud away and make it easier to mow around all this stuff. But I also embedded some videos kind of showing some of the videos I watched when I was looking and for a good design and kind of a project plan. There I'm referencing This Old House. I love to watch This Old House. A lot of good information. Go back for the last 40 years. I think they're on over season 40 now of that show, famous show on PBS. Again, this web page is responsive to Windows size, so it's viewable on your cell phone. You can see there. I like how the links all make them viewable too. And that's it. That's the website in general. I appreciate you taking time to watch this. And I'll stop the video right there. Thank you.